Hey everyone. Okay, so I'm going to do my first breastfeeding update. I have been breastfeeding now for 8 weeks. We did exclusively breastfeeding for 7, and then I started introducing the bottle because I was going back to work. So, and let's see, let's just start from the beginning. In the beginning at the hospital, he latched on, he did great for the first couple days, and then it was like when we got home and things were a little more stressful on my own, he kind of started having I don't know if you want to say it was a rejection or just latching issues. He's got an extra small mouth anyway, so I think that had something to do with it, but I ended up cracking really, really badly on both sides. And it was the most excruciating pain I think I've ever been through in my life. My left side was not as bad as my right side, so that side healed up fine, but my right side would just, I don't know, I tried everything. I made him get so hungry that he was screaming and crying, so that I made sure his mouth was open wide, when I had him latch on. And then, sorry, my nose is itching. And then, I tried so many things. I was to the point of going to a shield. And, it was one night during the night that I got an anxiety attack about having to get up to nurse him on this side. It was so bad that I told my husband, I said, I am just going to have to give him a bottle. I had some formula from the hospital that they gave me because I said, I wanted a couple bottles in case I couldn't do it in the middle of the night. So they gave me a couple. And so I just gave him a bottle at that feeding, and I don't know if it was just hormonal or what it was, but the way he was looking at me when I was giving him that bottle was just like, what is this stuff? This is not what I'm supposed to have. And then I just started boo-hooing and crying because I felt like such a failure, and I couldn't understand why I couldn't do this. Why could I not breastfeed? And everybody that my sister, my friends, they all, were able to be successful with it. Why? This is the second time I've tried now. Why can I not succeed with it? And I cried. After he finished eating, I cried for an hour in the bathroom after that. And I just, from that point on, I put my foot down and I said, I don't care how bad it hurts, I'm going to continue breastfeeding. And it was a major struggle. It was times where I would be sitting on the sofa and he would get ready to latch and I would just pull him away. I was like, oh gosh. And then I would have to breathe for a minute and then let him latch on and just hold my breath. And I think he could tell that I was stressing about it and tensing up. So I started practicing my Lamaze breathing. And that seemed to help me relax and get through that first initial pain of the first couple sucks. And once he got a good latch on, it didn't hurt anymore. But it was just those first couple of times that, as soon as he got on, that was just so painful. And it was a day or two that I would nurse more on my left side and kind of just pump my right side to give that side a break. But yeah, I think it was finally about 4 weeks. He was about 4.5 weeks old when it got better. I finally started healing. My husband was amazed at how I was actually still breastfeeding with the way that my nipple cracked. It was cracked so bad that I didn't think, I told my husband, I said, there's no way it could heal back. It was a majorly large crack. And it would bleed. It was just so bad. I had given up on the lanolin, and I had started putting Neosporin on it. I would wash it with soap, with just plain white dial soap, and then I would put some peroxide on it, and then I would put Neosporin on it. And after about 3 or 4 days of that, it finally started healing. And it was like, it was such a difference in when he latches now than he did it's just like, so this is what they mean when they say breastfeeding is not supposed to hurt. But I think girls need to know that it's going to be very uncomfortable and very I don't want to say very, because I don't know if everybody has the same issues I did, but it is painful in the beginning until your breasts can toughen up. It's going to be sore. You're going to have pain. And but if it doesn't get any better, you really need to see a lactation consultant. Anyway, so now that I'm all better, and I'm actually just completed my first week back at work, and so it's my first week with extra pumping. So I nurse him in the mornings, and sometimes when I drop him off at my grandmother's, I will nurse him before I leave, and then I'll pump twice in the morning. Then I get to go to her house at lunchtime and nurse him, and then I'll pump once or twice in the afternoon. I try to continue to pump every 2 hours or every hour and a half, because I don't want my supply to decrease because of pumping, because pumping is not the same as nursing. So that actually has gone better than I expected. Monday, my first couple pumps were all day. My pumping sessions all day were great. I got between 4 and 5 ounces with each session. And then Tuesday, I had a dramatic drop in my supply. It was like my first couple pumps, I only got 3 ounces. I was like, that's like, I got 1.5 ounces and then 1.5 ounces. So it was 3 ounces total that morning, and I was just devastated. I was like, what is happening to me? So, and then Wednesday was the same way. So I started reading up, and they told me that oats were a good source of a milk supply boost fiber. So I've been eating lots of oatmeal and lots of fiber, and that has really helped bring my supply back up. But yeah, he takes the bottle great. He doesn't, reject nursing after taking the bottle. He's just doing so good. I can't complain about anything. So that is my first breastfeeding update. And we have been breastfeeding for 8 weeks. So I will try to do another one in the next couple weeks and see how that's going. But bye, y'all.